down 1,000 times. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert, the Fantasy Football Counselor. Got an exciting episode here for you. Fantasy Football Mock Draft. Drafting from the 12th position, everybody. And we're going to do the first 5 rounds. This is going to be ultra exciting here. I get a lot of questions, Joe. Joe, what do we do if Bai-Jan is gone? What do we do if Jonathan Taylor's gone? What do we do on that turn in a 12-person league at the 12th and 13th pick? What do we do? So we're going to take a look at that, and I'm going to give you guys the first 5 rounds discussing the optimal players to draft in each of the first 5 rounds. Big episode here for you. Now, I just did another mock draft, about a week ago, and we did it from the first overall pick. So go check that one out. Make sure you guys are subscribed. And very important, guys, really helps the channel. Smash that thumbs up, guys. Hit the smash button. Really helps the channel out. Very, very important to hit the thumbs up. And in the comments below, let me know, who are you drafting? Love to get your feedback at that pick when we're talking the 12th pick in a 12-person league. Or if it's a 10-person league, who are you taking on that turn at the end of the first round? We're going to dive into that right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the simulator here, and we're going to go through this. We're going to have some fun here. So we are drafting, as you can see, from the 12th position. So if you're in the car, buckle up, because I'm going to go over this with you verbally as well. Now, this is a simulation based on consensus Consensus rankings. And if you're in the car, again, I'm going to be going over the picks so you get this, audio wise too. It's not just visual, but it's better if you look at it visually, guys, on the Fantasy Football Podcast on YouTube. Okay, guys? So check it out on YouTube as well at Fantasy Football Counselor. Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up. And if you've not secured the 16-round draft session, that is where you're going to get all my optimal players to draft in each round. Sleepers, breakouts, and full mock drafts laid out for you. I do one in June. I do one in July. I do one in August, all laid out in video form in the 16-round draft solution. You get a cheat sheet, a printable cheat sheet, updated notes up until the season starts, guys. Secure the solution, secure the championships. Grab 16 rounds right now, guys. You will not be disappointed. You'll be very, very happy, all right? So let's get to this, guys. We'll rip through the first 5 rounds here for you. I'm going to dive into it, and we're going to start off with the 12th pick. So if you're in the car, I'll tell you who's gone off so far. If you're listening on or watching on video, you can actually see it. So Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Bai-Jan, Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Saquon Barkley, Jamar Chase, Josh Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, and Ramondre Stevenson. Now, we just did a video with Jimmy. We did a video. We were talking about Stevenson. We are concerned that Dalvin Cook will end up there. If Dalvin Cook ends up there, we have a potential problem, everybody, because it's going to be a committee. We know Bill Belichick does not like running backs. He does not like fantasy. He does not like, pure running backs, one and done. He likes committees. So that could be an issue for Steve. So just be aware of that, guys, when you are doing your drafts right now in July. At the time of this recording, there's no Dalvin Cook there on the Patriots or any team. There is a deal possibly happening in Miami. Be aware of that, guys, and just be careful with Stevenson. It's a bit of a concern there. As the way it sits now, I do love Stevenson. I'm not sold that, the bully Bill is going to keep him as the main guy there, okay? So let's continue on here. Let's take a look at who's available here on this turn. Now, I see Tony Pollard falling here. The way that it sits now, again, for Pollard, it's a good situation, but understand he was a backup for 4 years. I think he's entering his 5th year. He was not a top pick. He was not a first or second rounder. He was drafted in later rounds. I think it was 4 or 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he was a backup to Zeke for years. Now you could say, well, he took the job from Zeke, but no, he didn't, because over the past 3 years, he's been progressively getting more attempts than Zeke Elliott. So no, he's not taking the job away. Zeke got old. Zeke got incentivized and paid. Zeke got washed up. Zeke is done. Pollard, again, he's not a young, dynamic running back. He's good, but he got hurt last year, only on 193 attempts with Zeke taking the most of the load there. So I'm concerned that he could actually finish a season and be a true workhorse running back. Again, they drafted Deuce Vaughn, small, young, compact guy, but is very capable to be a 3-down back if given the opportunity. He's a scat back with a ton of power. But again, we don't know how much they're going to use him. At the time of this recording, Pollard looks good here on this turn. I personally don't trust him. We've got some options here, okay? Again, we're going running back. I always go robust RB. Now, I'm going to be doing a super flex draft for all those people with 2 quarterbacks. We'll be talking about that. But again, we're talking 1 quarterback league here, okay? You've got some options. On the turn, you can consider Nick Chubb, who's in a great position with no Kareem Hunt this year. Now, I understand Watson's going to take some goal line work, and I'm just laying this all out for you. I'm giving you all the variables. It's up to you guys to make the decision. Pollard, I'm not sold on. I just told you why. Not sold as a true workhorse, okay? Couldn't even finish a season with Zeke there. He was injured, right? I'm not sold. I'm just not sold. Nick Chubb there, again, super safe. If you want Nick Chubb here, I'm almost comfortable taking him here at the end of round 1. Derrick Henry. Now, if you're looking at a guy that's going to get a ton of volume, this is your guy. One thing that's lingering in my head, I can't get it out, is this his last hurrah, or is he going to continue on with his reign of being a supreme running back? Now, they drafted Tajay Spears. Now, Tajay Spears, guys, was a workhorse in college. So you got to understand, Tajay Spears was a workhorse in college. Is Derrick Henry going to continue to be top game? That's what I'm not sold. I don't know. It's a boom bust type year. I don't feel as warm and fuzzy, right? I take a look at Trent. Now, last year, again, I loved him. He was due for a bounce back, right? 2021, he played 8 games. I'm like, no, Derrick Henry is bouncing back. He's the king. Drafted him last year with confidence. This year, I'm just like thinking to myself, like, maybe, I don't know. Like, I got some question marks. He's super safe, but just be cautious, though. There's that boom bust. Is he going to the twilight sunset year, riding off in the sunset type year? We're not sure. That's the big question mark. Now, you look at a guy like Breece Hall. I like him here on the turn. If you want upside, if you want ceiling, if you want boom potential, you go Breece the Beast. So a Nick Chubb, Breece the Beast combo is not out of the question here. I like Najee here as well. Now you're looking at things trending forward and upwards. He's working towards a contract year, guys. Not a contract year, going into his 3rd year. Remember his rookie year, he finishes a top 3 back. A ton of checkdowns with Big Ben. Obviously got Kenny Pickett. They're integrated. They're safe. They've worked together here. Almost a year now, almost 2 years. They've got that rapport. Pickett's slated as a starter. I like Najee here. Improved O-line, guys. So, you've got some options. So again, this is totally up to you. ATN, Aaron Jones, don't trust. Don't like Mixon. Don't like them. Okay. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, will fall. Maybe not coming back. We're going to see. So let's go. Let's combo here. Now let's take a look at wide receiver. You could combo a wide receiver running back combo here as well. Options here I like if you want to go wide receiver. Diggs, there's some off-field drama with him and what's his name? Josh Allen. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Is that going to continue into the season? CeeDee Lamb, I don't know, man. Could be solid. Adams downgrade at quarterback. A.J. Brown, solid as they come. Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, all good options here on this turn because they're not coming back round 3. So let's just do this. Let's go running back combo here. I like it. I'm going to go, this is tough. I like the Breece and Najee combo here. That's what I'm feeling because I got the upside of Breece and the upwards trends of Najee. That's where I'm really enticed to go with this move here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. My intuition is doing this. If I want to feel warm and fuzzy, I go Nick Chubb here. Understanding Watson's going to steal some goal line work and some carries. Nick Chubb prime for volume. But again, they're older kind of goats here. These guys are younger. I'm going to go Breece here. And I'm just going to go Najee here. And we're going to see this thing auto-populate here for us. So a little risky here with Breece, but I backed him up with Najee, who I feel safe and secure. Got some upside, got some security here in regards to volume. There's talk about Jaylen Warren getting into some work here with Najee, very possible. I still think Najee's the guy. Tomlin's the guy that likes to really utilize the one workhorse running back, and he believes in him. So let's see who came off the board here in round 2. I went Breece Hall, Najee on the turn. Tony Pollard, Travis Kelce. If you're listening in the car, I promised I'd read it off to you. Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb. Look how late he fell. Again, this is a simulation. He probably won't fall to the end of round 2. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. Coming off round 3, Travis Etienne, Mark Andrews, Jalen Waddle. I don't like drafting wide receiver 2s. There's tons of wide receiver 1s you can get. That's why there's a ton of depth at wide receiver. That's why I like to load up on running backs early. Chris Olave, I like the value here. Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, another wide receiver 2, drafted very early. Pat Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Jalen Hurts, DK Metcalf, and Keenan Allen. And this is where, again, you got to make a decision. If you don't get Josh Allen here, he fell to the end of the fourth, not bad. So we're on this turn, the 3.12, and we've got our 2 running backs. We're going to take a quick glance at all positions. So Josh Allen is an option here, and I've said this in many videos. I'm going to continue to say it again, and I explain this all in the 16-round draft solution. If you have not secured the solution, go ahead and do it right now, guys. I've linked it below. This is the year, guys, where you want to not skimp out on the quarterback, okay? I'm telling you guys, I want to implore you guys, this is the year where you want to anchor your team with an ace quarterback. I'm telling you, because there's a lot of question marks at quarterback. Kenny Pickett, is he going to thrive? Is he going to do well? You got Kenny Pickett. You got Aaron Rodgers on a new team. You got Russell Wilson. Is he going to bounce back? You got all these rookie quarterbacks from CJ Stroud to Anthony Richardson to Deshaun Watson coming back from massages. Lots and lots of question marks at the quarterback position. You don't want to take a risk at it. If you do take a risk, I got some quarterbacks, then you get rounds 5 to 7. Not even a risk, but if you want to pass on the elites, Josh Allen, the Hurts, the Mahomes, and you don't want to spend a 3rd or 4th round pick in a 1 quarterback league, got some good options here in rounds 5 to 7. You get that in the 16-round draft solution. So if you've not got it, make sure you guys do secure that, guys. All the tips and secrets are there. I don't hold anything back there, okay, guys? So let's go back to the draft here. Who are we looking at here? Now, we've got some options. Again, Josh Allen, I'm going to go ahead and pass on him here, okay? I'm going to take a quick look at running backs. Oh, man, this Jahmyr Gibbs here at 3 is so tempting. I got Dameon Pierce here. Love both options. Let's take a look at wide receiver. The wide receivers here, Amari Cooper, safe. Chris Godwin, not too crazy, but Debo could have a better year than last year. DJ Moore, not crazy. I do like London. I do like Ridley. If I do not secure London and Ridley here, they're not coming back. I'm tempted to go London and Ridley and be secure here. But then I'd be passing up on a Jahmyr Gibbs and Dameon Pierce. That's a decision you have to make. Now, again, you're saying, well, Joe, I don't feel that warm and fuzzy with Drake London and Ridley. They are the wide receiver ones on their teams, and Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback. You know, Ritter got some question marks, but London is in for some prime work, right? They got Bijan now, and, you know, he's going to distract those defenses. Maybe some stacked boxes there. Love me some Drake London, everybody. So, again, good options here. I mean, I could go running back here, secure Jahmyr Gibbs. Love this value. Get myself a wide receiver, and then start working towards a wide receiver and my ace quarterback, okay? So, again, there's no wrong answer because there's wide receivers for days. Look at Deontay Johnson here. Great value. I'm seeing it, guys. It's like a kid at a candy store here, man. I remember being a kid, waking up at Christmas, and it was like the most exciting feeling. Fantasy football now makes up that feeling for me. We're not kids. If you are a kid and you believe in Santa, great. Santa's real. But when you get older, kind of that's, Christmas magic is gone a little bit, right? Something to look forward to. For me, it's loading up on running backs early and having a ton of wide receivers later. So this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful here. Tons of options. Take a quick glance at tight end. Tight end sleepers, I give you that all in 60 rounds. You're going to know who they are. You don't need to waste. Because after Kelsey, you got a huge fall off, okay? So again, looking at the wide receiver position here, I could go Ridley. I'm just tempted to take, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go Jahmyr Gibbs here. Love him. Love the upside. Love the ceiling. I know Montgomery's going to be a pest. I know. But Jahmyr Gibbs is just ultra explosive. Man, imagine if Breece Hall and Jahmyr Gibbs get going. Woo, man. Wow. Okay. And at this point, I need a wide receiver. I mean, we don't want to go 4 running backs. We could go Dameon here, but we want to make sure we still get a decent wide receiver. I'm going to roll the dice here. Love the ceiling. Love the upside here of the Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley combination. I'm going to go ahead and get Calvin Ridley. So if you complete the three rounds here, I'm going to give you guys a quick update here on round 4, and I'm going to give you guys my last pick here at round 5. George Kittle, Kenneth Walker, Deebo Samuel, Miles Sanders, Amari Cooper, DeAndre Swift, who's a big bust last year, told you. Josh Allen comes off here. Good value here for Allen here, mid to late 4th round. TJ Hawkinson, Terry McLaurin, J.K. Dobbins, and Marquise Brown. Don't care about a lot of these players. Dallas Goedert to start round 5. DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett, Chris Godwin, Alexander Madison. Decent value for a potential RB1 with Madison. Kyle Pitts, Cam Akers, decent value contract cheer. Boomer bust Cam Akers. I'm not sold on him. You guys can be, though. It's up to you. Joe Burrow, Dameon Pierce, Lamar Jackson, and Jerry Jeudy coming off here at the 5-11. So we're at the 5-12. I'm going to do one more pick here for you as promised. 5 complete rounds. And again, I'm going to teach you the sneaky 7 formula in 60 rounds. So you're going to know how you're going to have a solid foundation with your running backs backed up with some ace wide receivers and that quarterback all in the 60-round draft. So in here, I'm going to right now give you guys my 5th pick, though. So check this out, guys. Drake London actually fell here. Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, great options here for your wide receiver 2, who happen to be the wide receiver 1 on their team. I take a look at running back, and this is what I'm telling you guys. It's a bit of a crapshoot after round 5. Rachaad White could have a good year. Could have, would have, should have. James Conner, don't trust him. David Montgomery, they don't believe in him. They wouldn't have drafted Jahmyr Gibbs so high. Pacheco is a hard runner. Do I trust him that much? He's safe as an RB4. Yeah, but I don't need an RB4 now. Javonte Williams, total boomer bust, coming off knee injury. Antonio Gibson, don't trust him. Brian Robinson, A.J. Dillon's a backup. I get it gets really muddy here. I do like Charbonnet, but later, but we're not talking sleepers here. But yeah, at this point, I don't mind securing another wide receiver and then getting my ace quarterback. So I'm going to take here, I do like Drake London. I do like Deontay here. Both great options. It's totally up to you. I think, you got 2 young quarterbacks, Pickett and Desmond Ridder. There's a little more rapport established. There's similar rapport actually with both these guys, but maybe slightly more rapport with Deontay Johnson, veteran receiver, lacked in the touchdown categories. Then I take a look at the options. I think there's less options in Atlanta as there is in Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh, you got Freiermuth, who's pretty decent receiver as a tight end. You got Pickens, you got, Najee catching the ball in the backfield. London's got his competition too. They got Kyle Pitts, they got Bijan. Again, it's totally up to you. I don't think there's a wrong answer here. I'm going to go Drake London here. Let's round out the 5th round, and we're going to cap it at that, guys. All right? So take a look at it. I feel secure with this. I got my 3 workhorse running backs. I got 2 ace wide receivers who are wide receiver 1s on their team. And that's it, guys. It's not complicated. If you aim high in the depth chart, right? You know what you're doing. You know who's throwing the ball, those quarterbacks. You add depth. You get a backup plan for a backup plan. You're going to crush your leagues. And if you subscribe to this channel. So let me know, guys. What do you guys think on the turn? Do you like my combination of Breece Hall and Najee Harris? Do you like it? I could have gone Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry. There was tons of options, tons of mix and matches there. Running backs could have mixed in a Garrett Wilson there, got a wide receiver. But as you saw, there's tons of depth at that wide receiver position. So again, guys, up to you, but that's how I do it, guys. That's how I roll. Thinking outside the box, guys. No copy paste, no cookie cutter. A lot of running backs and players I do not like, but there's a lot of them I do. You can get them all in the 60-round draft session, all right? Subscribe, thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think. Who are you taking on that turn at 12 and 13? Love to get your feedback, guys. And I appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon and keep the content rolling on a high level. We'll talk soon, guys. I'm out.